Hello and welcome to Brodual. Today we have a very impressive mod by the name of Falskaar. The mod has been developed over the last year and a half, and after many months of rigorous testing, the completed version has been released. The mod is essentially a user-made DLC-like mod that adds over 20 hours of new content in the form of an entirely new land named Falskaar. With it comes a new story, side quests, fully voice-acted NPCs, and even a new soundtrack featuring 14 new tracks composed just for Falskaar. Falskaar is a new and independent world space with a vague history, but what we do know is that Nords inhabited the world about 600 years ago. To start the adventure you can be at any level, but we recommend that you start anywhere between levels 20 and 40. Then all you need to do is speak with Jalamar and Riften. He'll ask you to check the Echo Deep mine for mysterious behaviour, which you can then find to the east of the city. As you make your way through the dungeon, you'll eventually reach a portal, which is the link between Tamriel and Falskaar. The portal is also known as the Shimmering Wall in an old prophecy that states they who arrive through the Shimmering Wall mark the start of the worst, and they're also denoted as the Traveller. When you first enter the portal, a cutscene will begin and you'll be met by a guard whose duty it is to guard the portal. Normally he'd have you arrested, but lucky for you, bandits have raided the dungeon and he needs help clearing them, and in return he'll give you your freedom. From here, your adventure in Falskaar begins.
Welcome to Falskaar.
As always, we'll keep everything as spoiler free as possible, but we will be showing you some voice acting and some vague shots of certain locations. We'll also be giving a very brief introduction to the story, so if you'd prefer not to see that, then you can find a link for the mod down below. As you can see on screen now, Falskaar is huge and home to plenty of new areas and locations to explore. The story puts you in the middle of a conflict between two major families in Falskaar, both who have a history of fighting over power in the region. It's been 100 years since the last war, but with the recent bandit raids and rumours circling, it seems war between the two groups is inevitable. You're known to the people as the Traveller, so you have some sort of notoriety before you've even visited most places. That means some NPCs will ask for help and offer side quests right at the start, but other NPCs want you to prove yourself before they trust you enough with certain privileges, like owning a home in the towns. The main story quest is great, and it's filled with plenty of cutscenes, action-packed fighting scenes, and a nice amount of dialogue. The side quests are also interesting and avoid the typical go fight some Draugrs questline. You'll be sent to reunite a lost father and son, as well as assist with a few simpler tasks like helping with an anniversary gift. The voice acting is also really well done, and uses almost 30 semi-professional and professional voice actors, which really helps with immersion. There's also a good variety of different characters, from children to all of the different races. We'll let you listen to some of that now.
Nearly had a scrape with an iceberg a couple weeks back. Would have ruined me.
If you say so.
Do not fret, Wilhard. You will grow up to be a great warrior. I am sure of it.
But only if I keep practicing. I'll go do that right now.
You want me to teach you how to cook stuff? Even though I'm just a child? Wow, all this practice is finally paying off. The best part is that I made up most of the recipes on my own, so you won't find them anywhere else. We'll start with my specialty.
I think the only spare horse we have in town is Gabriel's. He doesn't use it anymore, so he may sell it to you.
Greetings, traveler.
Careful. Citizen. Greetings, traveler.
Greetings, traveler.
You're staying out of trouble?
I heard that a guard in Skyrim used to be an adventurer like you, until they took an arrow in the knee.
Traveler.
The hardened Nords with steel-bred hearts had ventured from their homes. Lost in a foreign land, they simply wandered and they roamed.
The soundtrack is also fantastic, but we'll leave that for you to hear for yourselves in game. There's also other features like new books, recipes, weapons and armor sets. There's even 2 new spells and also a new shout, so there's plenty to gain from playing through the mod. From what we saw, the new items definitely aren't overpowered, and will fit right in after you head back to Tamriel to complete the main game. Without a doubt, Falskaar is the most impressive mod we've seen this year, and we recommend you all give it a go. The mod has also been made with compatibility in mind, so most things in Falskaar have been separated from the main game to avoid conflicts. However, you can use Skyrim Redone, which should work fine. The mod also requires no DLC or any other mods like SKSC, so everyone can try it. And that's the end of today's spotlight. As always, be sure to leave an endorsement if you enjoy an author's mod, and thanks for watching.